Alright, so we're restoring some cabinets here. They were in pretty bad condition. They had some drawers missing, and they were definitely dirty. So the first step that we took is to clean everything out, get a good degreasing detergent cleaner, and just go through and clean all the surfaces real well. Now I'm going to be painting these cabinets, and so I wasn't concerned about any cleaning chemicals that I was using to stain the color or bleach it out or anything like that, because we're going to be painting it. So if you are going to be restaining, you might want to make sure that the chemicals don't discolor the wood. So, but we're not. We're going to be painting it, and I'll be showing you how to do that step by step. But the first step of the process was to get everything cleaned out. Got some more in there to do, where they have that paper, and get them all cleaned. Now, some drawers were missing, and I'll tell you what we did about that. Some drawers are damaged, and what we're going to do with the damaged drawers, best thing to do is get a staple gun and your air compressor, and reassemble these drawers and nail them back together. That's what we're going to be doing. And so, like I said, they were in pretty bad condition, but we're going to get all the drawers nailed back together, and then we're going to refurbish them. Another thing that you can do if you're just missing a drawer altogether and you're on a budget, you can go to some of the Habitat for Humanity and some used places that have old furniture, resell furniture where they're reselling, and try to find a similar drawer that would go in there, that would kind of go with the design. Has to be the same size. I did that on a couple of these, and I'll show you how that comes out in the end. This is the bottom of this cabinet was in pretty bad shape, so I went ahead and tore that out, and we're going to be putting a piece of plywood in there and getting that repaired. So we're going to do some carpentry in getting this repaired with the cabinet boxes and some of these drawers, like I said. Alright, so this is what we're dealing with now, and I'll be making videos of the progress to show how we get these repaired, painted, and I'll show you what how it comes out finally. This is, and I'm going to be doing it one of the least expensive ways that you can do it. Like I say, if you're on a budget, but how it would come out looking pretty nice, All right. You might have to repair some of the hardware. These are the wheels on the back of the drawer that goes into the little channel. Can't really see that, don't have the light on here. Let's see. There you go. That goes in the wheel that rides that little channel in the back. Some of those you might need to refasten. Also, the wheels itself on some older ones might be off, so might need to. It's kind of hard to do this with the camera. Repair some of the hardware on the drawers, cabinet hinges. That's a lot of time. That's going to be an issue that you might need to address. And the best thing when you're repainting cabinets is to just take off the old hardware and put new hardware. That really gives it a new look. And so depending on which ones you get, they can cost anywhere from $3 to $5 a piece. But I think it's a good investment, even if you are trying to do it on a budget. Replacing the hardware with something more up to date and modern really gives it that kind of a professional look when you're done. Okay, so we've made the repairs. This door right here, I need to replace the hinges on, but we're good to go here. These drawers are drying. Had to use some wood glue on the faces of these two. The other two are ready. One thing that sometimes needs to be done with the nail gun is put some to reinforce these drawers right where they connect. See, let me get that in focus. Right there, there we go. To reinforce the drawers here on the side, right where they connect on these older drawers. And or if you're, I'm going to paint these, and so I actually put some finish screws right here in the decorative groove that's there, the routed out groove. Put some nails in there just to reinforce the drawer, and those go in here to keep it, just make it more solid as long as we're doing it. This right here we repaired. It's just a simple 1x3 piece of pine, and just cut it right in here, and with the nail gun nailed it in. The original floor is like a chipboard wood, but it's just as easy and a little more sturdy to put a piece of plywood in here, where that had, you know, it gotten moist and it's kind of rotting out. So this is the new floor of the cabinet, and we just did the nail gun right into this as well. Alright, the rest of the drawers, we did put some of these. I put a finish nail in here with a nail gun. You can't really see it, and that's good. That's kind of the point. But put it into the drawer itself just to reinforce it. These older drawers, they'll have a tendency to this piece to come loose, the face to come loose. So you see that's cracked there too. You can put some wood putty in something like that before you paint it. But these all these faces have nails, pins going in there with the nail gun. So they're all good and solid. Some of the doors didn't line up exactly and met unevenly, or didn't close. And one thing you can do is on the hinges here, look to see if you can make an adjustment. It's a good time to do it because we're going to be painting these. So even though you have this, you know, where the stain is showing, where it stopped, I moved this, you can see, about a 1/16 of an inch, and that's just what I needed for this cabinet door to be able to close, because this piece of wood right here, you know, it needs to go right in and just go inside that cabinet. And if it's hanging down a little bit from gravity, whatever it might be, it's going to stop. It's not going to go in all the way. So one way you can fix that is take this hinge out and push it in about a 1/16 of an inch, and that'll be just enough to allow the door to completely close. And so those are the kinds of repairs that we did with the cabinets. The hinges, this hinge we moved just slightly, can't really tell, and but we're ready to go. All the repairs have been done, so we're ready to start priming. And we washed it real well with a degreaser to get everything off the surface, even though it has a polyurethane coat. So we're going to use a stain, a primer rather, that bonds to this, what used to be a glossy coat. It's not really a glossy coat now, polyurethane, but you can get a primer specifically made to bond to this surface without you having to rough it up with sandpaper. And I find that the oil-based works better for that, you know, when you're bonding directly to polyurethane. So we're going to use the oil-based, even though they do make a water-based one, but that doesn't adhere as well in my experience. So we're going to use the oil-based primer, where it specifically says it's for bonding to polyurethane gloss surfaces. Alright. Okay, and here we've got the cabinets painted. I meant to show all the stages of painting the primer and then the multiple coats of the semi-gloss, but I wasn't able to do it. Wasn't able to get it on this video. Apologize about that. Basically, what we did is with a brush, we did all the details, the edging, took off the hardware, and all the corners here we would do a brush just like you would do a room, all the edges. And then for the big surfaces to fill everything in, we did that with it's ultra smooth, small, it's like a mini paint roller, and it's one that's called ultra smooth, and it really does give you a nice a pretty smooth finish. There's a bit of a texture to it, just slightly, but it's very, very minimal. And so like I said, up in the edges there along the trim, just edged that in with a regular brush, and then rolled it. Now this was the dark wood, and so it took multiple coats, and we replaced the hardware on these drawers and put new hardware. Some of these drawer faces I had to get at a thrift shop. That's why they don't all exactly match up. And but overall, it came out pretty good. It's that cabinet here under the sink that we did. The edging there I'll fill in with caulk. And we've got this, like I said, primed and painted all of this. Remember that cabinet had all that wood in there that needed to be replaced. And the first coat, the primer base that I used was an oil-based primer that says it doesn't require any pre-sanding, and so I put a coat of that on. If I had to do it again next time, I'll do 2 coats of the primer, just so that gives you a good solid solid cover, an opaque cover, and then do the latex paint, the semi-gloss. Because I only put 1 coat of the primer, the oil-based primer, I ended up actually putting 3 coats, painting all these cabinets 3 times to take it from that mahogany natural wood to this bright white. But this is how it came out. Just wanted to show you guys the final
product. Again, this is another drawer facing that I found at a thrift shop. Again, it doesn't match up with this exactly, but I did the same process like I was mentioning, just with the finish nails, the staple gun, nailed that onto the front here of the drawer, put on the same hardware, and blends in okay. Blends in okay. Painted that vent hood just to kind of blend in with everything. And there's a little bit of caulking that I'll need to do around the edges of this of the cabinets there. But overall, we're finished and ready to go. So it cost to do the cabinets like this, it cost maybe, say, 30, 40, 50, maybe $50 worth of paint, the primer and the semi-gloss, latex, the water-based latex, what I used actually, and then the hardware. I got those at a pretty good deal. Say another $30 there. So for under $100, we took the cabinets from where they were in the beginning of the video to this. So, not to mention a little bit of labor, elbow grease. Alright, well, thanks for watching. Another video, How To by Taylor. This one is on DIY, refinishing your cabinets and doing it yourself, step by step. If you like the video, I appreciate your likes, and I always appreciate you guys getting new subscribers to the channel. I'll be posting remodeling and repair videos on a regular basis on the channel. Thanks for watching.